guys, this is Chris with Northern FanCon. I'm back again on the hour, almost on the hour, and I am with a legend. I'm just humbled as I drift across the achievements. All right. Oot, oot, oot. And there she is.
Hey. Say hi.
Say hello to the world.
Hi there. Hi,
Needs no introduction. A legend of many generations. I was talking to one of the other guests, Mark Bernardin, who's a journalist, and asked him, has he ever geeked out on a celebrity? And you were among a very small list.
Oh my goodness.
So have you been this far north?
Huh?
Have you been this far north in Prince George before?
No. Not Canada. I'm from Canada. I'm from Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Far east and far south. I guess you have pretty cold weather in Chicago.
Oh, yeah, but it doesn't bother Chicagoans.
Well, it can get a little chilly here, but not.
And then I lived in New York
Yeah.
for a while.
Yeah.
And because I traveled.
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes you wind up making so much money into one place, they talk you into staying there.
Right.
You know.
I wouldn't know what that's like. So, where do you stay in Chicago? Is that your permanent home, or is it?
No. I long ago moved to L.A.
Yeah.
Because I was going to Hawaii. And I had an aunt lived in L.A.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, come and stay here. And so I did, because I didn't know her well. She was my father's sister.
Right.
And she hadn't seen Daddy in a long time. So we talked, you know. And she introduced all of her friends, all came down.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was very nice. And then the friends told friends. And people were just coming in droves. It was wonderful.
Oh, that's awesome. That's fantastic. So I'm always. Have you been seeing the news a lot in America? You know, is it more important now to have your presence out there, to be aware of the importance of your character you played, especially nowadays more than ever?
Yes, because people say, I never thought I knew you. They get in line.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I guess.
So it's very nice.
Absolutely, and you actually have a lot of stuff here to show too, which is nice. Hopefully, a long signature list. I'll actually step away because obviously you have some paying customers. But thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you so much. And are you here today and tomorrow as well, or?
Yes, I think so. Ask her.
Yeah, the comptroller. Well, yeah. So here all the way till the end of Sunday then.
Yes.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, thanks again.
Thank you.
Oh, it's amazing. That was just a reflex. They're even just like that. I have to set my fingers up ahead of time.
Okay.
Well, thank you very much. That wasn't scary at all, having that conversation. I'm like sweating inside here. Fantastic. It's a little warm. How are we doing for our schedule today? Are you sure? Yeah, okay. I'm still a little greener out. You can still see it sitting down too, because luckily you're on the edge here. This is the great Michael Biehn. The infamous. With Nichelle Nichols, I'm like scared. I'm like sweating because it's like Allura. With you, I'm going just slightly, marginally less intimidated. Because I mean, it's like one of those things where there are certain genres that you just punctuated. You're in every film I would watch. So I was like, oh, Michael Biehn's in this film. No worries. So that's been, you know, from Terminator to Alien to one of my favorite films of all time, which is The Abyss, which is the most epic mustache. Yeah. There's one thing about you actually had a slightly different mustache in a lot of your films. You know, from that fantastic one and two.
I wear mustaches when I play bad guys.
Is that how it works?
Yeah. Bad guys and cops.
Oh, bad guys and cops.
Yeah.
Do you have? I mean, you've worked with James Cameron on a lot of things.
Yeah.
I heard that you were at one point about to be an Avatar as well. Like, was that something that got serious kind of conversation, or is?
Yeah, I met Jim on Avatar talked a lot about it, and I think that I was. I thought I was going to actually be playing the role that Stephen Lang ended up playing, but
that would have been so awesome.
When they cast Sigourney Weaver in the movie,
right?
Jim said, you know, Michael, just because people kind of know the connection between you and Sigourney
right.
and Aliens,
right.
I don't want
that kind of
like, you know, them to think of you two together or whatever. And so I said, yeah, I understand. So he offered it to Stephen Lang, who is a good friend of mine. Not a good friend of mine, but I've worked with him, and he's just a great guy, and he's an actor who is a really wonderful actor who never really had a chance to, you know, I mean, he
have
did,
that same kind of recognition.
Yeah, and he did, you know, You Can't Handle the Truth on Broadway.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and, you know,
he was the Jack Nicholson role in Two Good Men.
Yeah, in Two Good Men, he created that role on Broadway, if I'm not mistaken, and he's just, you know, a wonderful actor, and he was in Tombstone.
Yes, he was!
Yeah.
Yes, he was.
And he helped me out a little bit.
That was a transformation. I didn't know that was him.
Yeah.
He was one of those actors, like, when you see him, like, oh, wait, this guy, who is he? And you're like, oh, I've seen him in everything.
Yeah.
Because he was in, I remember he played the villain in The Hard Way with James Woods.
Right.
And he played the villain in that one. But that was the same thing with you, because sometimes I see you in a film, I'm like, that's not Michael Biehn. And sometimes, like, you have an accent or someone hijacks your finger. Your lovely wife. Hi, let's say hello. Because you are a couple. I mean, you have both sides up. It's only right that we have you both acknowledged. Because you're an actress and an artist in your own right, which is fantastic. You both in shot there. Are you perhaps going to be maybe in Avatar 2 now that Sigourney's
No, Jim's working on Avatar 2 now.
Yeah.
But I think he's really expanding out. I think Robert Rodriguez is shooting a movie for Lightstorm. And
yes, he's doing Battle Angels.
Right. And but Jim told me 10 years ago, he said, I've got two scripts, Battle Angel and Avatar.
Yeah.
And he said, I have them in the drawer, but I have to wait for technology to catch up to it. Yeah. So they sat for 10 years and then he did Avatar, 3 years ago, whatever it's been.
Yeah.
And so Robert's fantastic. I worked with him. This movie here, a little movie called Planet Terror.
Oh, right! That was a classic one.
Jeff Fahey.
You were fantastic in that one. See, once again, snapping the memories back.
Yeah, and he's got a show on now, AMC, which is like the history of
it's a movie about
science fiction in movies.
Oh, like a history.
I think it's like a 5-6-part series or something along the way. So he seems to be expanding, and he's a very youthful 62-year-old man who is perfectly, works very hard. So I think he'll be making movies past the time that Ridley Scott's been making. I think he'll be 90 and still be making movies.
I imagine so.
It's called James Cameron's Story of Science Fiction, and it's
really?
a 13-part
So
series.
it's a Michael Biehn, the documentary, because you've been there since almost every step of that career from the beginning.
It's got everyone from like the Matrix cast to Michael and Sigourney to, anyone you can think of.
Yeah.
In that
You even
series.
reprised a Hicks as a voice character in the Aliens Colonial Marines game.
Yeah, that company the whole thing didn't very well.
Yeah, wait, it didn't.
The game didn't turn out too good, but the other game that I did,
Oh, Far Cry 3, Blood Dragon. Incredible
That was
game.
legendary.
yeah, that one was a lot of fun.
So much so, do you think you'd be returning to that character?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that.
Yeah.
I think there's maybe some friction between the creator and Ubisoft. I thought he was going off to do something else, something real big, because after that I think he got offered a lot of money to go do something, and I haven't talked to him for a while, so we'll see. I know it was very, it's kind of a one-off though, because it was a, kickoff in the 80s and everything, so I'd be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised to work with him again, but I'd be surprised if they did anything more with that character was Rex Colt or something.
Yeah, exactly. It was a
There's
spoof
a
of.
digital second one that the creator was loosely involved with, but it wasn't really his. You know, it was a different European company. The real one, the original one is his.
With some people saying that Blood Dragon was better than the original game because it was so tongue-in-cheek and so enjoyable from that.
You can watch the behind the scenes on that too. It's pretty funny.
Oh, really?
On YouTube, yeah.
I think I remember seeing the process of getting to that. I think I remember seeing that back in the day. I also remember there was a film you did recently. It was called Colony or something, where you were. It was like an underground shelter.
Yeah.
And
Was it The Divide?
The Divide. I heard there was a. I haven't. It's like been on my top 10 list of films to catch up because I heard it's a fantastic performance.
It's a movie that's growing and growing and growing. It came out. It's very difficult to watch. A little Requiem for a Dreamish, that type of movie.
Right.
And it's really harsh. And so, most people don't go to the movies to walk out going, yeah,
most people want
but
Avengers,
It's pretty honest, and there's some. The acting performances all the way around. Everybody that's in it is really, really, really good.
The buzz
Courtney
said,
Vance is in it, and there's it's just a great cast. But I get more and more people that come up to me and say, 2 years ago nobody would ever mention it. Now I get it, a lot.
Yeah, I mean, people said it was a brand new edge to you because people were like, oh my God, where's Michael Biehn in the sense because it's supposed to be an amazing performance in there. I gotta watch this because I love watching your work. So, well, like I said, for me, it's the funny thing is, like I said, I rewatched Tombstone, not related to this at all, but it's such a great character scene, and you look at the real history, and you have this great look. Like you and your scenes pairing off with Val Kilmer. Yeah. Do you have any stories or memories from that time?
Well, yeah, I've got a lot of memories. The thing is that Val and I don't really know Val very well.
Yeah.
We didn't ever communicate on the set.
Right.
I was pretty headstrong at that time, and not that jovial playing that character, and he was pretty headstrong playing his character. So we never, sat together in the trailer and talked or anything, but we did go out and rehearse the scene, which was the scene where he kills me at the end of the movie. Yeah. But we did it. He drove his car out to the location. I drove my car out to the location, and we did it. It was almost like we were in character. Right. There was never any hi Val, hey Michael, what are you up to? Never. The entire time. The entire time I worked with him.
Fantastic.
So I don't know, people, what's Val like? I have no idea.
Does Val know what Val's like?
I've never, Val knows what Val's like, but I've never really spoken to Val Kilmer. I've spoken to Doc Holliday a few times, but not Val Kilmer.
Point, exactly. So in that experience, there was always the very legendary story about who was really directing that film. It was Kurt Russell or Cosmatos, and people say it was really Kurt Russell who really made that film. And Val basically kind of confirmed that. And then Kurt Russell kind of owning up to it more and more.
Well, Kurt Russell didn't direct me. He didn't. I don't know where that story started, but they fired Kevin Jarre, and they brought in the new director, and the script was like 120 pages long. And from what I understand, Disney was like, that's it, the movie's over. Yeah. And Kurt was like, let me see what I can do. And him and Jim Jacks, who was the producer at the time, got inside, a room and started tearing scenes out, A lot of the cowboy stuff went, and came back with like 90 pages and said, we're going to shoot this. But he did not direct that. He was not. We basically had a great Academy Award cinematographer. We had a great script. We had a great actor. And so you didn't really even need a director.
Yeah,
It's hard.
because you got
Yeah,
to
I
carry a
don't know
role.
where the idea that
Live
he
in
directed the
town,
movie came from.
I like just outside.
Yeah.
But he was, I love Kurt, and he
come
was
every year?
totally instrumental in that making that movie happen. Because
Right.
it could have fallen by the wayside. But as far as like setting up shots, talking to actors, a real director's job,
Ah, okay.
I didn't see it.
Right.
You know, he might have done it with other characters when I was involved, but I certainly didn't see it.
Well, it came off as a brilliant film, the better of the two Wyatt Earp films in that time period. And a fantastic performance and a fantastic actor. Thank you so much.
You bet.
I appreciate it. So this has been Michael Biehn, the great Michael Biehn, and he's here. Yeah, Michael Biehn. He was on stage yesterday. He's fantastic. Come down and see him. Get a photo. Get a signature. He's looking good. Look at that. Way more hair. I could talk to you. I would die for this man's hair.
The mustache.
All right, guys. I'll move on. Thanks again. I appreciate it. That's Michael Biehn. You would think that you would have a sit-down conversation. The lineup for Sean Astin is already getting quite long. Sean Astin is not here yet. So hopefully, oh, and Michael Hogan stepping out. Hey! Well, my favorite volunteer. I love favorite volunteers. How you doing? Yeah.
How are you?
Oh, I'm good. I'm good. And as we spin over, we'll see your. Hello.
Hi.
Don't mind me. I'm just with FanCon with the media event. Do you have a few seconds?
Sure.
Oh, sure. I'm gonna step over and crouch, so I'm the shorter of the two of us. That's okay. I'm never gonna take a woman. Are you kidding me? I would never take a woman's chair. I'm with Tricia Helfer from Lucifer and BSG. I'll open up with the obvious question. How was the Galacticast?
It was good. It was fun.
Yeah.
Michael Hogan was our guest, and he's full of stories, and he's so absolutely lovely.
Yes. He wasn't the host.
No, he wasn't the host. Mark Bernardin and I were the host,
Yeah.
although Mark took point and kind of ran it like a panel because we were obviously at a kind of a panel type
Yeah.
discussion. So
Yeah.
it was a little bit different than the Galacticast
Yeah.
when it's just Mark and I doing it ourselves.
Was this the first episode?
This was the first live episode.
Oh!
Although it hasn't, I mean, not live as in it hasn't been distributed yet, but live in terms of in front of an audience.
Okay, so how long have you got into the show so far? How many episodes?
We've actually taken 3 episodes already.
Okay.
Starbuck, Katie was our first guest.
Oh.
And we're about to announce where it's going to be distributed, but we're not allowed to yet.
all right,
The
so-
company wants to put up the press release. So
Mom on the distribution platform. Gotcha.
yes, but it will be very soon that we'll finally be able to say where it's going to be.
And it's an audio podcast?
Yes, audio podcast.
Fantastic. And you're doing like every single episode.
Yeah, we're starting with the first season, starting with the miniseries and the first season.
Hey, Mark is watching. Hey, Mark.
Hi, Mark.
Obviously, he's not at this table. No, he's not. It would be weird if he was watching us. Like, you
Right,
could,
you're right over there.
You could just walk over. But yeah, it was a fantastic show. I mean, I love hearing Hogan talk because it's just like I almost want to put like a playing card between his legs so he makes that motor noise like a motorbike because he's so rapid.
I know, he speaks very fast, and it's almost like listening to Saltide talk.
Was he always in production? Like, was he always at Bundle of Energy?
Oh, well, I mean, again, it depends on what you're filming. If you're
Yeah.
filming something that's, a very emotional scene, no, but that's Michael.
Like when he hit cut and you're like, all right, he's gonna go off, and he's, all right, guys, let's keep on going. And you're like, oh god, I just want to go to sleep.
No, Hogan is like amazingly professional. One of the he's been acting for so many years, and he's just such a great actor that he's I mean, fun and wonderful on set, but he's very much about work, and so he's not one to be chatty Cathy on set. For sure.
Well, but when offset, you guys, because you were basically hearing the stories, it's almost like it goes back to the old Next Generation stories of how much of a tight group family they were.
Yes, very, very tight. We still are. I mean, we finished filming 10 years ago, and
you and Katie, you mention that all the time.
Yeah, and I see Michael Trucco's one of my best friends, and Eddie. I mean, see James. Yeah, we see each other all the time.
Do you still pitch your tent in Vancouver? then? I just sort of you.
I never did.
You never did?
No.
Well, they shot BSG in Vancouver, right?
Yeah, but I didn't live there.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
I lived in Los Angeles and
Right.
just flew up all the time. I bought an apartment during the run of it, but
Right.
sold that after the show wrapped, yeah.
Right. So Lucifer filmed out of that one?
Yes, they filmed the first 2 seasons in Vancouver.
Oh, okay.
And then for the 3rd season, we were moved to Los Angeles.
I didn't realize you guys shifted locations to LA.
Yeah.
Oh, great! I get to be back home then.
Yeah, it was nice to film back home. I mean, Vancouver's a wonderful city, but it's hard to make Vancouver look like Los Angeles.
They
And
try.
Lucifer is set in Los Angeles, so
Yeah.
it makes sense to be there.
Yeah, they try. They try very hard, but
They did a great job, but we had to go every couple of episodes. We had to go down to LA and shoot for a week, and then you wouldn't have your regular crew because
Right.
you'd have like a splinter crew, and it would to get a few exteriors. But there were so many shots that you had to then do inside a parking garage instead of in a parking lot, or there was a lot of interiors in the show.
yeah.
That now in the 3rd season, being in LA, we didn't have to do that. We could show LA for LA.
That's right. And of course, once again, you're close at home, and so then we make you fly all the way up to Prince George. Have you never been up here before, right?
I haven't, no. And what a great weekend! It's beautiful outside.
We used to have a pretty lively film community back in the old day. I remember they were shooting, what was it? The Reindeer Games, Ben Affleck, and Double Jeopardy, and Dreamcatcher. I didn't say they were good movies, I just said they were movies. I actually met Ben Affleck too. Very tall. I think either that or standing in a hole because he was very tall. So you're here today and tomorrow as well?
Yes, I am.
Do you have any other panels you're doing?
I think tomorrow I'm doing a panel.
Yes, you are.
Yes.
Fantastic.
I hope to see some of you
And by the way,
there to ask me some questions.
we're standing up. She's actually that much taller than I am.
No, I'm firmly seated in a chair.
Well, it's been fantastic. Thank you very, very much. You got some customers lined up, so I'll step back. And I will try to gracefully stand up without being very, very awkward. And thank you very much.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
I didn't want you to step on.
My lovely assistant. So, that's Trisha Helfer. And as you guys have noticed, I'm not going to bother him at this point because he's got a gigantic lineup. But there he is on site. Sean Astin is here. I repeat. Yes, that is correct. Sean Astin is in the house. Hopefully, when things calm down, I will get a chance to talk to him later. Hey. Hey. So, and then of course the crowds all start flocking towards Sean Astin. And of course,
Sauerkraut.
hey,
How you doing?
how you doing?
Enjoying the convention?
I am enjoying the convention. Are you enjoying it?
Loving it.
How much
So far,
beer?
so good.
How much beer do you have left?
Oh, enough. Enough for you.
Enough for me.
Enough for you.
Oh, could I have a glass?
Not
Oh.
yet. Not 11:30 yet.
Not 11:30 yet. Oh, I'm coming back. I'm coming back. And get my. This is the only FanCon, to my knowledge, where you can get a glass of beer. That's it. Cannot recommend that enough. And the big thing, of course, is going to be the cosplay competition. That's going to be a massive one. My man Mark Meir, he's going to be hosting it. Good luck recognizing him, though. He's going to be in character, stoic. You won't even recognize his voice, because that's the kind of man he is. And I'm going to see if any of my main artists are at work. We got a couple of guys heavy in focus. Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. Hello.
Hello.
Great stuff. And we go over here, and once again, I love watching a man work. Yeah. You always know an artist is really an artist when he's actually be able to do his work on site. Hello. All right, that's awesome. This is nice. So, I'll focus in the other room in another episode. Sorry about that. And as you can see, there's Mandy once again. You did hard at work. And look at this stuff. Isn't this amazing? It's Johnny there. One of my loyal returning guys. Well, a good friend of mine. Love seeing him work. Oh, Gabe. Right. Hey. I get a chance to see you. My name's Chris. It's, I run Artist Alley. I'm also doing live feed for FanCon.
Oh, cool.
Is This is Jim. How do you pronounce your last name?
Mahfood.
Mahfood. Good. And you got some great stuff here. Look at this. What do you have? You have super limited edition Bloodshot. And look at that. Tank Girl.
Oh yeah.
I was actually looking at that, like, are these Tank Girls? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Look at these illustrations. Fantastic work. And then Dave Crossley. Hey Dave. I'm Chris, Northern FanCon. I also run Artist Alley. Oh, look at that. Look at this spread.
What's up, guys? Years of work.
Years of work. So obviously you're
In an hour of work.
that's it. That's it. Holy crap! Look at that. That is fantastic.
Thank you.
So what was your work with Invader Zim?
I was the artist on Volume 2,
Hmm?
and I also did a short story that appeared in Volume 3, and I got to write and illustrate this wonderful one-shot where it's a body swapping issue called Merciless Monday. Little
Wow.
play on Freaky Friday.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
So did you ever work with the original creator on?
Oh yeah, Jonan.
Yeah.
Jonan's very involved with the entire series, like from like nuts to bolts. He's just there. He works on all the scripts. He oversees it all, the art, and he's very.
And it's
involved.
seamless too, because the visual style is just amazing. It's so colorful, and it's really eye-catching.
It really
and
is.
the important thing is it's for sale.
Yes.
So let's get. You can pick up one of these. How much are the issues, by the way?
The single issues are $4. The trades are $25 Canadian.
And the big hardcover,
The big hardcover is $50.
$50. And would you ever personalize it for?
Oh, of course.
Of course.
I scribble on most things that I sign.
Well, I think he's made a customer in me. That's for sure. That's all I need.
Fantastic.
Come back to see you. Oh yeah, man. Seeing you around, look at that stuff. Fantastic. Look at these wonderful watercolors. All right, can I pick one up with it? There we go. These are great things. This is fantastic. It's kind of stuff my sister has. She hangs them. She doesn't hang one. She'll get like a handful and create like patterns on the wall. Fantastic watercolors. Oh, I see exactly. Oh, that's actually fantastic. With the flames up there, that's really cool. I especially like the Millennium Falcon.
That was a awesome Christmas gift.
Wow.
I wish I could take credit for any of this.
That one's great. So Erin probably is walking about. Now she's. Yeah, she may be there for a while because that's quite the lineup there for him. And I gotta check out. Look at this. So prints are $15, street for $40. Very reasonable price actually. Very nice. Great stuff. Have you? You looking forward to the next Deadpool?
I am. I worked on it. So
You did?
I did.
Yes, I
storyboards
heard
for it.
that.
It's one of my storyboards right there, as a matter of fact.
Notes.
So I'm really looking forward.
What means you know more about that film than most people?
I know everything about that film.
Have you
I read
s-
the script. I haven't seen it yet.
You haven't seen the final product?
No, I'm going to a screening on Wednesday.
Yeah. So, if someone were to ask you for insight of what you think the final product would be, would you approve of the final product?
Based on what I know, I think it's going to be fantastic. I think it's going to be great.
They had a private screening a few days ago. Apparently, there's some of the initial stuff coming out. Some people say it's actually even better than the first.
I heard that as well.
Yeah.
I heard it. I mean, all I can say is that
It's going to look amazing.
it's going to look fantastic. There were with the five very talented storyboard artists on that show alongside me.
There's
And-
4 nameless people and Jeremy.
and
That's
me.
the important thing.
That's the important part.
That's the important thing.
And yeah, no, it's great. We had a lot of creative input on what ended up on screen, and
Yeah?
I think it's going to be fantastic.
So these are direct. So these are not storyboards from the film.
This one is. Yeah, that's
That
the
one
storyboard
is
from Deadpool.
because is that one? I'm gonna guess.
Each of these are storyboards from the shows that they are from.
Yes,
So,
of course. So
you got your Flash, you got your Supergirl, you
There
got
you
your Legends of Tomorrow, Game of Thrones down at the bottom there.
There you
And
go.
Deadpool right smack in the
So
middle.
we couldn't find a spoiler by looking at your storyboard.
No, there's one here.
Oh, there's one. Oh,
One spoiler, right? If you look at this one, you will know that Domino is on top of something.
thank you. That is
So-
Domino is writing on something.
We should have given a spoiler warning.
Yeah.
Well, we did, I guess. But yeah,
We just
so
did,
you
yeah.
know that Domino is on top of something.
Exactly.
you?
And then you have, is this something you're selling specifically?
Red Mosquito is a book that we are in the midst of pitching. Me and Kelly Brack, the writer.
Right.
We are getting a lot of favorable feedback on it, so hopefully by the end of this year we'll have a deal, and then hopefully early next year we'll have a book.
Yeah.
So
Are you doing a workshop?
I am, yeah.
When is that?
At 4:45 today. It's from storyboards to screen. It's building the loot train sequence from Game of Thrones, which was sort of the tentpole action sequence from last year's season. So
You cannot make a film without a storyboard. Not everyone has Ridley Scott who storyboards himself. You need a guy.
It's an integral part, and if you come by my thing at 4:45 today,
Because you
I'm
and the
gonna show you
director,
how to-
basically.
It's me and the director.
Yeah.
Really. Yeah. A lot of, depending on the director, you get different amounts of feedback and different amounts of creative leeway and stuff like that. So Game of Thrones was a really collaborative process between me and the director. Deadpool, a little bit different. We went off, had a little bit more creative control, brought stuff to the director, and then he sort of picked and chose, which was
So
very cool.
if you ever see the final film, you're like, that's me.
There's a shot in Game of Thrones that I literally almost cried because it made it into the final cut. I was just like, oh my god, that was mine. That came out of my brain. So that was pretty cool.
This is
And
something
there's
that frustrates you. You're like, that's mine.
No,
that's
not
my
at all.
scene. I don't get any.
No, it's more a matter of pride. Really,
It's a
more
pride
than anything
thing,
else.
yeah.
Totally, yeah. And I think and I hope when I finally see the final product of Deadpool 2, that there's going to be a lot of my stuff in there too. So.
Have you ever seen a scene that's different than your storyboard? It's not very good. You're like, well, you should have went with my idea.
Well, it happens more in television. I'll tell you that, just for budgetary and time reasons.
Because you're like, we can't shoot that. That's
I
it.
do a whole bunch
too
of
much money.
I do a whole bunch, like a giant sequence, and then when you come down to it, maybe 60% of it makes it in the final edit. Maybe 60%.
Dude, we love the shot, but the giant robot just can't fit in there.
Well, hopefully by the time they get to shooting it, it's actually been pared down.
Exactly.
But yeah, so
Wow. You also worked on even the Death Note,
I did.
the TV series, the
the
Netflix movie.
show. Yep.
Right.
Which was a lot of fun. That was
Yeah.
a really great experience with Adam Wingard and the director.
Are you going back to work on these? Are you signed up for next Game of Thrones already? Are you working on that?
No,
one?
Game of Thrones season, what is it now? 8, I guess we're going into, is a really short season.
Yeah.
And they're bringing back some of the sort of classic directors for that season. So the reason that I did the 2 episodes, that it was the director that I'd worked with before came into doing
And
those
brought
2
you
episodes
in, yeah.
And brought me in. So he did not get asked back to do, even though he did like the best and most successful episode ever.
Exactly.
They didn't ask him back because they had some other people that maybe
You wanted to get the people that.
yeah, like David Nutter, I think, is coming back. He's
Nutter
directed
and-
a whole bunch of
yeah.
them, and Alan Davis. No, what's his name? Anyway, the guy with the Soprano guy.
Yeah, there's that one. But there's all. They brought back. What's his name? The guy who directed The Descent and all that. Right? I imagine they brought him back.
Yeah, right. That's it.
Yeah.
Man, names, right? And then I think Benioff and Weiss are actually doing a couple of episodes this year for the first time, actually, which I think the finale is that they're doing. So there was no room for us in the last season, but I mean, I'm super lucky and happy to have been a part of really what is a historical.
Yeah, I mean, obviously. So what are you working on now?
Right now, I'm actually that same Game of Thrones director is actually pitching his first feature, so we're working on that together right now. His name is Matt Shatman, by the way. Anybody who wants to. I'm working on a comic book with Kevin Smith at the moment.
Really?
Which is kind of a thing, which I can't.
I heard he's here today.
He might be here today. Yeah. So hopefully we'll get to talk about that a little bit later.
Right.
It's based on he wrote a movie pitch and then adapted it into a TV show called Hit Somebody. It's a sort of a Canadian-based hockey sort of centric love story.
Yes.
Very kind of weird, but kind of awesome at the same
So
time.
it's Hit Somebody's turning into a comic?
We are.
That's fantastic.
Yeah,
Look at
Kevin
that.
essentially just because we worked together on Flash and Supergirl.
Yeah.
He directed a couple of episodes ago, so I've done a couple of Jersey Crest for him and stuff. So he and I have a working relationship now, and so when the idea to change it into a comic book came about, I guess I seemed like the natural choice, and I'm more than happy to fill that spot because I'm really looking forward to it.
All right, well, awesome. Well, thanks very much.
Thank you.
Hopefully, that's awesome.
Well, thanks.
Fantastic talent there. I'm going to catch one more, and I'll call it a show for there. Now that finally there's some extra space after so many people.
Yeah.
There he is. All right.
How you guys doing?
This guy is the real deal. First, well, who else would you put front and center? The most successful superhero in history.
Yeah.
Did you think that film was going to get that amazing, that big?
I was inspired by the movie. Actually, I did this before I saw the movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, I mean, yeah.
I actually saw it late.
Yeah.
All my friends kept saying, "Hey, Ryan, you got to watch this movie. You got to watch the movie." I actually did a panel at Emerald City Comic Con.
Yeah.
And I announced to everyone, I haven't seen the movie yet, and the entire crowd went, "Ah!" But yeah.
I assume you've seen it by now.
Yes, I've seen it.
Probably a couple times.
I've seen it, and I have it on my iTunes right now.
Oh yeah, because it just became available.
I have.
So have you seen Infinity War?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
I've seen Infinity Wars. In fact, I was going to see it last week again for the second time.
Right.
With my mom, but she canceled. She got sick, so I couldn't. She didn't want to go see it. So.
Right.
Anyway, but I will see it again.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, are you coming down to see Kevin Smith tonight?
Yes, I will. I'll be. That's at the party that's going on, right? What is it? They get together. That's right across the street.
Yeah.
I'll definitely be there.
Oh, that's fantastic. And you've got, of course, once again, drawing original work.
Yeah, I'm just working on this Batman piece right here. So
Oh, that's fantastic.
I get that done.
An amazing original work. But what got my attention is you have this this original comic you have here, right?
Yes, this is an original book called Brothers Bond. Now, this book is a really cool story I came up with a couple years ago. Basically, I'll show you guys some of the insides. So I have some really cool art pieces in here.
Oh, that's cool.
That is one of the pages right here.
Wow.
But basically, it's a story about this young prince right here. His name is Yoshi. He got in trouble with his dad. He ran away from home. He almost lost his life when he ran away from home, and he was rescued by these two blind samurais, which took him into this magical forest, and they've been raising him, and they've gone on all these crazy adventures. So it's a lot of cool stuff with the story. Kevin Grievous, the co-writer, the writer of Underworld,
right,
and the actor in Underworld, he co-wrote this with me. So we tag teamed a lot of cool ideas. And yeah, this is it. This is basically it's one of the demons that's in the story right
and
here.
Is that this issue right here, or is that?
No, this is pre-production.
Oh, so that's a sketchbook from.
Yeah, it's a sketchbook, but it's a breakdown of this book, all the characters. I'm actually making an animation of it, so this has a lot of the pre-production pieces for the animation.
Fantastic.
And
Is this book for sale?
Not this book. I can't sell this one. Why? Because
it's actually a webtoon.
Free on Webtoons.
Yeah,
so don't
got a good
forget.
shot. Here we go. So
Go to
yeah,
Webtoons.
Go to Webtoons.
You'll be able to,
and you can see this as an animated,
animated comic. Now it's free on. It's on. You can see it on the website if you go to webtoons.com, or if you download the app. You'll be able to see this. And the really cool thing about it, it's in motion. It's a motion graphic comic with music, and there's audio. It feels epic, as you're reading the comics.
But you do have sketchbooks. I love these.
Yes, I do.
These ones, I'm going to be picking some of these up today.
Oh, yeah.
So this is Ryan Benjamin here all weekend. I appreciate it, man.
Appreciate it.
Oh, he's just fantastic.
Oh, thanks, man.
One of my favorite artists last year was Ben Templesmith.
Yeah.
And he is such a great guy to talk to. Very, really aggressive style. Like nothing, not these soft palettes of that you get the influence from anime. You get these hard lines and these very evocative images, and you get that from these guys. It just feels just so wonderful. Obviously, some very signature pieces. Oh, that's a great framing shot, getting you in there, almost like a photo right there, perfect. And I love the fact that everyone has pens and stuff, and look at this, you got actual paint and watercolors, and that's just pure craft.
Yeah, I do like mixed media pieces.
Yeah. Do you ever scan it into a computer and then finish it off, or everything's always just?
No, I work all just analog. And, I mean, it has to be scanned to be printed anyway.
Right.
The bulk of the work is just done practically, so that I can sell the originals. We have gallery shows and stuff. When you work digital, there's no physical art.
There's no original. Yeah. See, I contract. I have one guy I've worked with for about almost 13 years now. And he does everything. Every piece of artwork I have is always going to be him. But he sketches everything. Then he scans it into the computer and finishes it off digitally. So it's in that situation where there's never an original physical.
Right.
So some people are like, oh, you did this all digitally. Like, actually, no. You can still see the pencil marks in the original image. But
it's like a layering process.
It does scan in. But I'm always I grew up with the sci-fi art of the old days of Chris Foss and Jim Burns.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Chris Foss was an idol of mine.
Sure.
And you can still see the man working just with his airbrush.
I love
There's
it.
no digital.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those practical skills.
Exactly. That's what I love about this.
Those never go out of date. I mean, it's, you know, digital's cool too, but I like having the actual art.
Yeah. Well, like I said, it's almost a lost art in some ways. You know, a lot of these artists, they may have never picked up a brush.
Yeah, that's odd to me.
Yeah.
You know?
But you got some stuff here. You got pins. You have original. Is this an original?
Yeah, this is my series I do at Image Comics called Girl Scouts.
Right.
I write and draw it. And then I also work on the Tank Girl comics.
That's
This
cool.
is one of the sketchbooks I did for that.
That's fantastic.
That print is the cover of the book I did called Everybody Loves Tank Girl. It came out like 4 years ago.
Fantastic.
And then I'm working on a new Tank Girl for this year called Tank Girl All Stars, and that starts in September. And yeah, I just keep busy, you know.
Yeah, you know, we almost had Rachel Talalay here as a guest, who directed the film.
Oh wow!
We actually, you know, we were trying to do women in film, and we were trying to get Rachel Talalay, but she actually got a commission, so she was directing, so she couldn't come up. But we
is she still working, still doing stuff?
Oh yeah, absolutely. She's really, really big. She does a lot of TV directing.
Oh cool.
But
Very good.
we almost had her up here, and it's been a really cool conversation talking about Tank Girl, because a lot of that art literally gets into the movie.
Yeah, they used a lot of Jamie's art, and I think he did a lot of concept design for it.
Yeah.
It's a very 90s.
And he's gone on to do stuff with gorillas and stuff like that,
he
right?
co-created Gorillas and does all the art for that.
So do you have like full shepherd over the Tank Girl franchise, or does he still?
No, him and Alan Martin, his partner who co-created it with him, they're still in control of the property and oversee like the comics and stuff.
Right.
So whenever we do a new book, I mean, it's sort of like I have their blessing. Alan writes the scripts.
You ever get a note back like no?
No, they're totally open.
He knows you're crazy, so you know you can do it. Yeah.
They send me the script and they're like, just do it your way.
So you have a lot of creative control about staging, framing.
Yeah.
It's not like Moore was just like, here's your shapes. And
Yeah. And the character lends itself to be open to interpretation.
Right.
So that's the best thing about working on it is it's like I can just be me and do my thing.
Well, that's fantastic. I know when I was talking to Mark Bernardin from Batman and Batman, I asked him like who was the artist that he was looking forward to. Yours the first and only name he brought up.
Oh, cool. Yeah, we just met yesterday.
Yeah, but yeah, he was like, yeah, Jim. I was like, yeah, we're talking about stuff like that. So I mentioned like Ryan Benjamin and Dave Carlson, but he was like, yeah, but Jim Matwood is here. It's just like,
oh, cool. That makes me feel good.
Exactly. You know, because obviously you must have fans.
Yeah.
So,
and I mean, I got to see Batman on Batman last night.
Oh, you did? How was
cool.
it?
I saw you there.
Yeah.
And
I asked the question.
I got to talk to Kevin afterwards, which was great.
Really?
How'd you
get access to him?
Well, we're old friends. I mean, this is the 20th anniversary of our Clerks comic book was this year.
Perfect.
So we gave each other a hug and we're like, hey, dude, 20 years, man.
Yeah, this is becoming a little like Kevin Smith reunion because you got Jeremy Simser over there who's working on his new one, and of course Ming is here as well, and Mark Bernard.
Yeah. These guys are all
the only people we couldn't get are people who either don't like to fly or had previous commitments.
Yeah.
So this could have been a whole like comic reunion.
Could have been a View Askew reunion.
Maybe we'll try that for next year. Get so many people, Kevin's going to want to come back.
Oh yeah.
Well, now that he knows that, Mark was saying, now that he knows the Strange Brew was shot here, he's like, he might have stayed for a couple days to have toured the brewery.
Oh, that's right. You guys were talking about that.
Yeah.
I had no idea either.
Yeah. But this is some great stuff.
Dude, thanks, man.
And everything has a price, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So you only got a couple more hours, and then he's gone. Maybe not forever, but he's gone for the FanCon.
Yeah. AA23 is the table.
AA23. I'm going to say it's like almost like wait a second. There's that Pixar number. Is it A23, which is in every?
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Jim Maffett,
awesome.
thanks a lot.
Hey, good talking to you, man.
I like get that man on camera. Audio is fine. Oh, yeah, video has issues sometimes. I actually switched off of the Wi-Fi here because although it was doing really great on Friday and Saturday, it started giving us issues today. So I decided to step away from that and just do stream on cell, which is more reliable, but maybe not as fast. So we are approaching Mark Bernardin's creative corner workshop, which I'm going to sit on. In fact, I'm going to go all the way up there now, get some views of the event, and then sign off, and I'll be back. And we're going to take a look and show you the whole venue as well, because it's basically just upstairs here. Workshops. we're going to go up to the workshops, and that gives you a fantastic view of the con. Look at that. Right? That's fantastic. All right. This is, make sure I'm on. I am on. This is FanCon, and I am with beautiful, multi-talented Gigi Edgely. Bundle of energy, bundle of delightfulness. How are you doing? Yeah, there we can go live. There, now we're live. There we guys.
Peace out, hippies.
That's fantastic. And there's your fantastic, slightly backwards, of course, in the mirror, the selfie.
What am I? You look at the.
Yes.
You look at the.
And of course, we know you. So, you enjoy coming back to Prince George? This is your second time?
I love it. I've even got my Prince George Northern FanCon sweatshirt that I wear everywhere. And I love Norm, and I love Cameron Stoltz that brought me over.
Yes.
With Great White Toys, Comics and Games. I'm very blessed to be here because I begged them to have me back again. And so
it was
they
not
brought
an
me
easy.
over.
It was easy to convince. I'll tell you that.
I don't know. So I love it here.
Yeah, so you're
beautiful town.
Absolutely. So you're obviously we know you from Farscape, from that fantastic Creature Shop, Jim Henson show you did, which is great. You're also a very talented musician, singer. About one of your CDs. Don't need to convince me. And you're actually, and you've gone on tour, and you have a tour going on?
Yes, so this is the biggest production of our lives, literally. It's all fan run. It's called the Wonderland Tour, and you can check it out www.wander, W-A-N-D-E-R for Roger, Wonderland, L-A-N-D.
So Wonderland.
Yes, thank you for saying it in the American, because everyone's like, Wonder?
I'm the guy that you have to translate because I slur.
Oh yeah, you're not American, you'd be Canadian, wouldn't you?
I'm Canadian.
Oh, but it sounds better than how I speak. Wonderland.
It's funny.
You guys speak proper.
No, actually, I love the Australian accent. I mean that. My brother lives in Australia.
Well, my guy, I forget that I sound Australian, and I say, babe, do I sound like really Australian? Because I hear Australians in the dog park when I walk my dog MacGyver.
MacGyver?
MacGyver, yes. And when I walk our dog, and he's like, no, because I go, like, do I sound as bad as them? And he goes, no, much worse.
Oh.
I was like, hey! And he's from Florida, so he doesn't understand what I say.
Yeah.
We've been together for 3 years, and he still goes, just text me. I have no idea what you're saying. I'm like, I'm sitting right next to you. Are you kidding me?
4 years with my girlfriend.
Woo! Woo! How exciting. Anyway, point of the story is it's wonderland.love. Check it out. We're traveling all around the world, completely fan-run project. It's grassroots. It's from our heart and soul. We're going to people's backyards, lounge rooms, farms, nightclubs, restaurants, conventions. We have all of our tour dates there.
Best accent ever.
Mm-hmm. Oh, cool. Thank you. Oh, now I'm going to start blushing. And so, we're playing everywhere, and we want to come and meet you. So we're keeping the shows very intimate, from 50 to 100 people max.
Wow.
Because we want to really hang out with you and get to know you. And we're going to have lots of cool merchandise there that you can check out, and you can get up on stage and jam with us. It's a whole community experience.
Oh, that's fantastic.
In some towns, we have a burlesque dancer. We've got a gentleman doing live art. We've got other fans that we're playing in bands with. We want to make it a proper night where we really share an experience with you guys. So we want to see you on the road. So
No two concerts would be the same then. Everyone would have its own signature.
100%. We're traveling to San Diego, Australia, San Francisco, Las Vegas, Houston, Arkansas, Connecticut, Martha's Vineyard, Little Rock, Toronto, UK, Atlanta, Vegas. Check it out.
In that order, just back.
Oh yeah, no, maybe not that order, but that's how my brain works. But
So do you, when you're not touring, do you still pitch your set in Australia, or do you go somewhere else?
La La Land.
Ah.
Beautiful Los Angeles.
Because I've heard my brother extols legends of Australian wine because he lives smack in the middle. He's just about an hour outside of Melbourne now.
I like wine.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite from down under?
Yes. Is Kim Crawford from Down Under?
It sounds familiar. I know the name.
I like Kim Crawford. That's probably my favorite.
Oh, do you like California wine more than Australian, or Australian wine?
I pretty much just love wine.
If you
Wine and vodka are my two little little loves.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, like I said, BC has an amazing wine country. 600 wineries between here and Vancouver.
Sounds delicious.
Oh
Sounds
yeah,
delicious.
that's a place you should have a concert. I'll tell you that.
Just go to all the wineries in the world.
No, or just go to Narromata or Okanagan. Beautiful wineries,
in, roll
concert
out.
areas.
But there's also my website too, which you can check out, and on that is new music to some of my original tunes.
Fantastic.
And as I'm cruising through my life, I'm making more projects that are from my heart and soul to give back to you guys, because I wouldn't be here unless you guys helped and supported my dreams thus far. So this is really a big gift from my heart and soul to give back to you guys, to say thank you for all the years of love and beautiful energy. So thank you.
Yeah. Well, I'll thank you for coming here
Well, thank you for
twice.
having me.
Well, exactly. And you have amazing photos to sign. You'll take really energetic selfies. So she's available for that as well. I'm not just a person. I'm also a client, because I have paid for both, and they're absolutely worth it. She's absolutely fantastic. Have you ever been talked to anyone about having a return to Forest Gate? Because there's been talk about a feature film.
There's definitely still been talk of it, but
Yeah.
I won't believe it till I'm dressed up as Tiana and flying through space with the beautiful Moya crew again. But I think there's still a chance. I think never say never.
Well, it's always good. Well, like you said, you don't need the work, but it's good to see you back in the role.
I would love that. That would be amazing.
Yeah?
I would adore to be in Tiana's land again.
Oh, I'm sure we'd all miss you there.
But check out my website, dudes. GigiEdgely.com. It's got my links to my Twitter, my Facebook, everything there.
And
Wonderland.
Wonderland.
Wonderland.love.
Love. And you're here all weekend?
Yep.
Thanks so much. You're here. And this is Wonderland's Magic Tournament. It's going to be going on for the rest of the day, as a battery of Magic players are fighting head-to-head for supremacy. And it's being put on by Wonderland. It's a big tournament. And we'll be streaming the end of that competition. Oh, Army guys, I'm gonna squeeze through here.
Any idea who I am? No, but it looks. You look awesome. Crossbones.
Yeah, Crossbones. Anyway, so this, we just saw the Magic guys, and here is the other center. I've only shown you guys one. This is the other one. And we're gonna take a look and talk to some cosplayers and have a couple of chats. Oh, look at it. Surprise! Hey guys. What is this all about? Hey you. Yeah, fantastic. Great costume again, as always. Great spread going on here. Fantastic. And this is heavily a cosplay-centered area of creation, production. Of course, I have to start. Only one person I can start off with.
Yeah, she's wonderful. Well, I'll see you around.
This guy. Hello. Director, producer, actor, writer, extraordinaire, Renaissance man. And with him, the star of the Doctor's Case. And with James Douglas and J.P. Winslow. Right? So once again, if you've seen yourself on screen and see yourself now, I wouldn't have known. Someone had to point that out at the last minute.
Yes, it happened. I was talking to one of the people who was on the screening committee in Dubuque, Iowa, and he walked up and we were talking, and he was talking about the film and how much he liked it. And then he said, well, what did you do with the film? And I said, I was in the film.
I was in the film.
He said, what were you? I said, I was Sherlock Holmes. So yeah, it was an interesting moment.
It's a great reaction to have.
I was surprised that you weren't in there in some capacity.
In the film itself?
Yeah.
I was. Actually,
Your voice
you can hear my voice if you listen carefully. When the lights go out in the 1940s scene in Craignair Castle between Captain Norton and the older Dr. Watson.
At one point, you hear a soldier yell, "Lights out," and all the lights go out. That's me.
Oh, so it's an audio cameo.
It's an audio cameo, yes.
Fantastic. Aga, you, and of course, first time I got really just amazed by your presence was your one-man show in Barkerville.
Oh, the Fred Wells show.
I love that.
Oh, thank you very much.
It was it's beautifully written by your wife,
By
right?
my wife, Bennett.
And it was an incredible performance. I would say far better than the other one that you had on the docket, because the other one that got canceled, I won't say what it is, the other one that got canceled, and you swapped it out with that show, and we're all better off for it. The other one's nice, but I like what you had to offer. It was nice. The original one-man shows are so intimidating.
Yes, they can be.
Like it rises and falls
Yes.
on one person's performance.
Absolutely.
So yeah, how many showings of the Doctor's Case have you had so far?
Let's see. We've probably shown it publicly 10 times, I think, by now.
Yeah.
There's lots more coming, but we had our world premiere at the Julian Dubuque International Film Festival just a couple of weeks back.
Nice.
Which generously supported our trip to the Caribou Coast Tourism Association and the Film Commission in Williams Lake. Really helped us out with that, and it was an amazing opportunity to go to Dubuque, Iowa, which I had always heard of but never imagined that I would go to visit. And the world premiere was standing room only. They had to turn people away at the door. It was fantastic. The reception was incredible, and we met some really great people down there.
Fantastic. I've seen it now maybe 3 times, I think. We saw the screening at the Gigi Playhouse, which was also really, really well received. Great Q&A at the end. And of course, your cadre, your cartel, is always kind of around. You can always find them, right? I know one of them is sitting with Nichelle Nichols.
That's right.
I think that's quite the gig.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Stu is my number one guy. He's now coming on to produce films with us. He was the production coordinator for The Doctor's Case, as well as he acted in it as William Hall.
Yes.
One of our Barkerville employees as well. He's a blacksmith.
Yeah. You have to be multi-talented.
And the biggest Star Trek fan in the world. So I was really happy when Barkerville was lucky enough to land Nichelle Nichols as our sponsored celebrity. I knew that Stu Kaywood was the man for the job.
Yeah. So I think it was a trade-off because you got Alicia Witt last year.
That's true.
Exactly. Come on, you got Alicia Witt. You got to give me something.
Well deserved.
Right. So you actually got it going right there too, so people can see it right there.
A little bit of seeing what we're doing. Of course, my laptop is really grungy and I have nothing to clean it with. So
you should have mentioned it to me. I could have brought my clone. So it's got a great cast with the potential of potentially a spiritual follow-up sometime in the future.
Yes, I mean, the film itself, if you get an opportunity to see it, and I hope you will, ends in a bit of a fun little cliffhanger in a post-credit scene, which would be the launching point for an entire new series featuring some original characters from the story.
But potentially, and still with Sherlock Holmes.
Still with Sherlock Holmes. Well, in this case, it would be Dr. Watson.
Oh, yeah.
And Captain Norton. There's some. Watch the film first, and you'll see what.
Yeah, exactly. Once you see the film, you'll know exactly what we're talking about.
But we're going to shoot a zombie film here in the Prince George region, probably in January or February of 2019. So keep an eye out for our filming schedule.
Is that another short subject?
No, this is going to be a full-blown feature.
It's going to be a full-blown feature.
And it's an original story written by a fellow named Bob Madia that I met through The Doctor's Case. We're changing it around a little bit to suit the setting, but it's called Zombie Alaska. And it will be a zombie in the snow.
This is not Alaska, though.
I know it's not Alaska.
You're shooting in July?
No,
January, okay.
January and February.
That's not going to be in Alaska at all.
No, but Prince George and region in the Wells-Barkerville area will double for the parts of Alaska that we need. And it's just a fun title, I think. So
right. Is it another period? Is it set to pass?
No, but it's going to be very 80s stylized. I'm a huge John Carpenter fan, so I want to I don't want to copy him, but I'm using that as my reference point. If you go back and watch stuff like Biehn or Escape from New York, like that really nice cinemascope kind of filmic look.
Digital music.
Yeah, a little bit of digital music.
A little bit of electric guitar.
Well, Ken Marshall, who was the music supervisor on The Doctor's Case.
Great musical soundtrack on that one, by the way.
Absolutely, and a fantastic producer who's been so for 20 years. He and his group Blackline hopefully will be contributing to the soundtrack. But yeah, I just want that really sort of classic 80s horror movie feel. It'll be set in modern times, it'll be contemporary, but it will feel very much like the 80s. That's kind of the conceit of it.
totally rock a period piece zombie film in Barkerville.
You could, and I have thought of that for sure. However, there's a werewolf western that I've been tinkering with that I also want to potentially.
You don't say. Yes. Almost like that some kind of underworld in the Old West.
Kind of, yeah.
Count me in. That's
oh, right on.
Great.
Yeah.
I am not. I can probably convincingly play a werewolf. I could not. I don't have the regal stature. I have the pale skin though. I'm not gonna lie. Add a little ashes to my face, and I basically sink into the role. But yeah. Are we gonna see any? Are you in this? Are in this production?
The zombie film?
Yeah.
It looks like I am, and
It's like, it looks like I am, right?
I don't want to say too much about
Right, yeah.
it because we wouldn't want to give anything away. But yeah, the role I'm going to be playing is very appealing to me, and it's very unlike me.
Does your lines include the word brains?
It's potentially. Initially, no. I will be a human. We'll see
Okay.
where it goes, but, yeah.
You are not the extra. That's me. I'm just hobbling along.
Eating brains.
I'm the one that everyone can get away from. Like, oh, don't worry about that one. He's winded all the time. I didn't know to be a zombie that's winded. That would be
The
me.
winded zombie. That's a whole film in and of itself.
I'm the guy who takes down the fat human. Right. I'm the one that's like, I'm the one who grabs someone without looking because the jock who takes this advantage doesn't really realize there's somebody there, and I'm like, hey, how you doing? And then I just move in. So that's gonna be starting in January.
That's what we're shooting for a January start to hopefully have about a 2-week shoot here in Prince George, and then we'll do a few days probably in the Wells Fargo area.
All right. And it's all original.
It's an original script that was written by a fellow that I met through the Doctor's Case, as I mentioned. He's a Sherlock Holmes expert, actually, in Chicago, Illinois, who by day is a security guard at a nuclear power plant. And he writes screenplays as well, and he's had a couple that have been produced. B-movie fare, but pretty decent. Nice. So he sent me a couple of scripts. We were chatting back and forth, and as soon as I saw this particular script and the title, I was like, this is what I want to do, and I know that I could do it in the North.
If it's January, he's going to wait for the zombies to freeze.
Potentially. Except these are nuclear zombies.
Oh.
They can't freeze.
They can't freeze.
Okay, they all have internal power.
They do. It's eating them from the inside out.
Oh, geez.
Pretty exciting.
Are these fast-moving zombies or are these shambling?
This is going to be old school shambling
This is a classic.
Maybe a little electrical pulse running through them or something.
As long as they're not doing the Thriller dance.
Oh, you know, it is the 80s, right? It could be like a dream.
It would be really funny.
Like a Bollywood film. How do you fit the dance?
If it wouldn't be impossible to try to get that song, you could have it accidentally playing in the scene. Where it's one of those things where it's the most inappropriate in-scene music that's playing.
Yep. There will be
It'll be a serious film, I'm sure.
There will be no zombie dance, but it will be fun.
It will absolutely be fun. All right, I'm gonna move on. Thanks.
Well, thank you, Chris. Great to see you.
That's where you are. You're Northern. Do you still have a panel coming
Yes,
up?
at 4 p.m. today, Saturday.
4
We'll be
p.m.
producing a Crucian panel with
Absolutely.
Bob Bloomer and Gigi.
Oh, hey, and who is this? Lovely. The best costume. Thank you. Well, that's fantastic. So we have Alyssa Swanson, Tia Tioli. Because all these are doing panels. Hey, Jen. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, right through the shot.
Jen Lewis. Hi. She's fantastic, multi-talented.
There we go.
Actually, she's standing in a hole. It's entirely. So, can you go into the process of what you do, what you have done, and what you plan on doing?
35 years is a long time. So what do I do?
Yeah, just sum it up in one breath. Okay. You can take as long as you want. By hand.
I work with sound creatively to tell story. That's pretty much it. And it's a never-ending journey because where's the camera? Is it this one?
It's right there.
There? Okay, I'll look over there. So it's a never-ending journey because every project is different, and every project needs sound to support it in a different way. Supports different types of characters.
Right.
It's always different and changing, which is magic.
Yeah, and this is not the era of silent films. They need people like you.
Yeah, there's lots of us. There are lots of us out there too, though.
Exactly. And you work out of Vancouver.
No.
No?
Well, I did.
You did?
I was in Vancouver for 25 years. I just moved to Wells.
Oh, you work out of Wells?
moved to Wells.
You moved to Wells.
Crazy, right? 3 days
Yeah.
ago. I moved to Wells 3 days ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, photo ops, well, celebrities are on the opposite side of this area. Like it's literally, you can see it from here. It's on the side of the black. Yeah. So, yes. So yeah, you work out of Wells.
I'm now going to work out of Wells. Yep. So I'm going to do sound contract-wise with my same clients as much as possible.
Yeah.
From my basement in Wells.
Well, it's a nice, quiet neighborhood. We're going to head down there probably sometime in June. It's been maybe a day or two in Barkerville Wells. Beautiful place.
Yeah, check in. For sure.
Yeah, come in, say hi.
I can't wait to be there. Like, I haven't actually. I just dumped my stuff and then drove up here.
Oh wow.
So.
Oh wow.
Tuesday, I'm officially a Wellian.
A Wellian.
Yeah.
Also, James is very appreciative.
It's his fault, sort of.
Yeah, it's his fault. He's the one who's like, you're coming up to a very, very small town that has where internet is a privilege.
Totally.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I have 1.5 megabits a second.
Oh wow.
I have nothing. I can barely do email.
Because
What am I gonna do?
I have been in the electronic industry since the 90s. Since I have 1.5 megabits per second, I remember when that was like, wow,
right?
That's incredible.
I won't be able to deliver files on a timely fashion. I'm like, I'm gonna have to drive out to Barkerville.
In Wells, you have to be patient. Well, thank you as always.
Thank you, dear. Good to see you.
Big lineup for the cosplay judging here. Eh? They're kind of crowding out Mark. I hope he comes back. So we're gonna zip around here and find a few more. Like I said, great cosplay line, and see about getting a couple of visions of these cosplayers here. Right here. Pardon me, guys. Pardon me, guys. Pardon me. Sorry. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Hi, guys. Oh, hey, man. Hi, guys. Hey, who's this guy? Oh, actually, who are these guys? You're live.
Oh, 8,000 people.
How's been the process?
What do you do this? It's going pretty good. There's do this. Everyone so far way better selling than me. So
Yeah.
Ben, do this.
Okay.
Ben, come on, we have to do this. It's hip hop.
Nobody. Don't you hate to be the only guy not dancing?
Oh man. That's hip hop. That's
Yeah.
hip hop.
All right. And the competition's at 5. It's going to be the presentation's at 5:30. 5:30. And that's when everybody crowds in here.
Hello, did they give you a number?
We're going to let the judges do their thing. We're going to zip by back as we see some more cosplayers. Hi, guys.
And now she has dental surgery.
And more cosplayers.
Tina from Bob's Burger.
Oh, wow. Look at all this. Cosplayers is crazy today. And we got some more gamers. Look at this. Gamescape. Got some people playing games. And we have photo ops. I don't know who's doing the photo op at this point. I'm sure it's somebody important.
Ergonomic form.
Wow.
Okay. Onward and upward.
What do you think they're gonna have? It's gonna have calories. Probably some.
I'm going to try to get myself back up into the main thoroughfare. Yeah, someone's filming.
It's like hot dog.
Speaking of someone filming, hey. Hey, so
Hey, buddy.
Who's in the photo op right now?
Ming Chen right now, so comic book man guy. It's nice
I thought you were Ming Chen.
I get mistaken for him all the time. I wish I was, because I'd be in a comic book store all the time, but unfortunately, no, I gotta work for him.
Hi, man.
Okay, later.
Hey, hello. Hello. How you doing? Nice costume you got there. You're like, no, that's right. It's a condition. I think I'm being very inconsiderate. Where are your offspring? There's a whole. Oh, there's a huge lineup at the cosplay right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, quite a long lineup to get all checked out for the competition at 5:30. Nice setup.
I wish we had done it this year, but maybe
Yeah, maybe next year. All right, that's awesome. All right, so I'm going to do one more circle around the front, and I will call it. It does look like a great con there, Darcy. Got some more authors here, and
Of course, we've got some well, a rock merchant. These are actually really, really cool. Look at these. Oh, we gotta have amethyst. I got a couple really big chunks of amethyst at my table. That's beautiful. And everyone should come here and so they can play a game.
Everyone should come down and play No Escape.
Exactly.
There's no escape.
There's
from
no
No
escape. There's no escape from FanCon.
And we're going to be doing demos later on, so
Yeah.
if people come down, they can just sit down and play the game for a bit.
Yeah. I'm not going to do a walkthrough of this game. What we should do is go to their Kickstarter, and you will see him and me playing this game at the Kelowna Fan Expo. It's nice, it's concise, it's nice and tightly edited, and not like what we're doing right now. But there it is, No Escape. Find it on Kickstarter. Right? It's a very simple game. No, it's not a $200 buy-in. It's like $49 Canadian for a buy-in. It's very inexpensive. It's got so many tiles. I mean, if you like those kind of tile laying games, it's an absolute hoot. Come on down, talk to these two people right here. Games. Is it Games or is it Games? Actually,
Out of my mind game.
See, now, you know, I've been talking about, I still have no idea what it meant until now.
Well, there you go.
Now I know. Games. There you go. And what are you about?
Center for Arts and Technology. We're Kelowna-based at Arts College.
Oh, cool.
So teaching 2D animation, graphic design, audio engineering, visual effects, even things like veterinary classes.
All right. Digital filmmaking, graphic design.
Yeah, absolutely. We're here letting everybody in Prince George know that we exist and check us out.
Yeah, thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it. We got a few other varieties as well.
This is just sort of like
Oh yeah, Maker Labs with a 3D printer. Those are cool. Maker Labs are awesome. I'd love to see if I can talk to Mark Bernardin again, but unfortunately, it looks like he's not at his table. And once again, a group of men in awkward spooning. This is a great view to be watching. Yeah, that's a thing. That's something we're looking at. And the cosplay line, in the span of the past 10 minutes, has gotten even crazier. And look at that.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Hi-oh.
Yeah. I'm definitely.
There we are.
It's a little like it's cheaper than.
It's all about the cost.
But I would never think it's good. That's nice.
Yeah.
I got some air.
Yes. Thankfully, the cosplay area, the whole area is nice and air conditioned. Eh?
Yeah, it's not as air conditioned as outside. The
So
shade holds
somebody
like
have you have to bundle up.
Well, the gun show.
Great stuff here. And then, of course, we have the cosplayers here, although I think they're actually all in that judges panel. We just saw them. That's why this place is unoccupied, because they're all in there doing all the pre-screening.
Okay.
Hey! So Benny G and all those people are in there right now. So I'll call it for there. And I hope to get another conversation with Mark to see what he thought of the Galactic cast from yesterday. And as another promotion, because we have, of course, Kevin Smith coming in later today. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. That's fantastic. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Where's your trench gun? No? Is it there? Oh.
No, my gun broke.
Oh. He's a dead man. The moment he crosses through a threshold, one of those crawlers is going to come over and slice. It's one of the greatest costumes whenever you bring that down.
Still got the big.
Yeah, the stomp with that big noise. Ah!
Yeah.
That's Dead Space. Fantastic. Great costume. I love the lighting on that. It's just fantastic. And yeah, as he was saying, we actually do have a beer. You can actually get a beer at FanCon. It's just fantastic. So, sorry about that. Great questions. I see here Michael Hogan has sit down. I'm not sure if I'm going to have a chance to talk to him now. I think I'm going to hold off because he already has some people lined up. Maybe I'll come back in a second. But instead, I'm going to talk to some other people, a game company that is that's running a Kickstarter right now, same as me. Speaking of board games, hey, hey, Matt.
Yeah.
They're not just people; they're also clients.
Okay,
Great game
so
selection.
there's a
Oh, you sold it.
possibility he's
gone.
going to-
You sold the Rising Sun.
Rising Sun, one of the most popular games out right now.
Yeah,
can get
pretty.
around there
It's
right now.
exploded by literally
Or
eight songs.
has
And you sold out of Space Base. Nope, got a few more of those.
Those.
That's the other sale.
have to play
And you had been playing it. You're playing something else now. Keys to the
Yeah,
Castle.
Keys to the Castle.
That's right.
Fun games for kids, but adults too.
Well, any
It's
game
a
for a
race to
kid.
get through this little castle.
So
You're trying to open doors, close doors,
Yeah.
lock doors behind you. Sometimes doors have bars on them. You need a hacksaw to get the doors open. So, hey.
Well, there you go. Well, thanks a lot, guys. Yeah, these guys are fun. They're very, very fun. But we're going to check out Endless Realms, which is a new Kickstarter. If you like role-playing, which I do, because obviously I run a role-playing game company, I'm going to sneak in behind her and see if I can scare the crap out of her. Ooh-ah! There I did. Scare. And there we go. We are live. So now, guys, break into your pitch flawlessly.
Flawless, guys.
This is all Sherman's creation.
So yeah, we're Endless Realms. We have made this role-playing game here. It's the product of 4 years of hard work. We just went to Kickstarter. Basically, we're just going for production costs of the books. The game, the core book and the bestiary are both done. The bestiary has 250 creatures in it. All of it's full art, as you can kind of see here, kind of all over the place. It's a D10 comparative roll system, so the only dice you need is a single D10. It's all comparative rolls, so essentially, regardless of whether you're attacking or defending or really doing anything, everything is always going to be, you're always going to be rolling and taking part in whatever's happening to your character. Beyond that, all of the races aside from humans are unique to the setting. All of the classes are either unique to the setting or new takes on kind of older concepts.
Yeah.
We wanted to kind of move away from more Tolkien-esque kind of races, not because they're necessarily bad. I'm pretty sure everyone loves The Lord of the Rings, but it's already been done a lot. And
Very much so.
done really well by other people, so we kind of wanted to try doing our own thing so that when you kind of jump into the game, it feels like you're stepping out into a brand new world.
Exactly. And so people can come in, hope they don't knock it off, and then they can sign up for it right there. Amazing artwork. Who does the art?
That's all done by Jennifer Elliott. She was originally local from Vancouver. She's currently living in Scotland right now, though. So our entire team is actually kind of fairly global. I'm local. I come from here in Prince George.
Oh, wow, really? Oh, fantastic.
The creator of the game is from down in Vancouver.
There we go. Fearless leader. And then these two guys.
These are just
supporters.
Some local supporters.
We pimp out the game. There you go.
Yeah. Our writers are split between the Philippines and the States. We're kind of from the basically kind of the beauty of the current modern world is that we can be all over the world and still kind of work together constantly on the game.
Well, I'm the same point. My artist is from North Carolina. My editor is oddly enough in Edmonton. You find these people online like, hey, why don't you come on board? Where are you from? Edmonton? Well, that's actually relatively short, right? So oddly enough, my layout guy, my editor are all in America. My layout guy's in America. My artist is in North Carolina. Didn't meet him I met him for the first time after 6 years. We didn't actually meet face to face for no, it was 8 years.
Aside from Kirsty and pretty much aside from Kirsty, I actually also haven't met the rest of the team in person. Just kind of, we've talked a lot, gone over a lot of the lore of the world, which has all been kind of like developed over the last 4 years. We wanted to make sure everything, when you were like looking at a race, everything felt brand new and like they all made sense within the scope of the world.
So the Kickstarter is running until when?
16 more days.
16 more days.
9,000 more to go.
8,000. We are at
8,000.
Oh, you're going to make that. Yeah, they're going to make that. That's what I'm talking about.
With your support.
With the support of viewers like you. All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
And just plug it one more time, Endless Realms on Kickstarter now. And the website for Endless Realms is
EndlessRealms.ca.
not a reach, just endlessrealms.ca. Pretty easy. All right, thanks, guys. We'll do it again tomorrow. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. I love the fact we got some other role-playing guys in town, which is cool. I said I've been the same way. I've been doing role-playing since 2007 with the original Amethyst. We're going to be starting our own Kickstarter in the summer, which is really cool. And squeeze real quick, absolutely, sir. And so that's actually the second Kickstarter project at FanCon. Got Games with their Kickstarter, and Endless Realms. Games really needs some support. They're doing quite well. Oh, I almost had that.
That's a really good one.
All right, good. Man, you couldn't have advertised these things better. I'll tell you right now, because you got Ming just talking.
Yeah.
He was drinking. He plugged you pretty hard,
Yeah.
so you owe him another can.
We planned pretty good, I think.
Yeah. And you got Michael Hogan on stage downing it, so
Yeah.
I think you guys.
It's just because they're damn good.
Yeah, they are. They are damn good. Let's take all the selection there. By the way, drink responsibly. I need to stress that. Oh, that's fantastic. Thanks, guys. And of course, obviously, ignore Trench. Look at this.
Back again.
Look at that.
How we doing?
Pretty good.
Right on.
Right, so there you go. You got your draft beer, local, and you're open for business now?
We're open for business 6 days a week. Closed on Mondays.
Closed on Mondays, which is my day off.
Well, it's everyone's day off for George. Forget Sundays. Monday is the new Sunday.
It is. Monday is the new Sunday. So you have a kitchen open yet?
Still doing bar food. So we got meat cheese boards, we got sausage rolls.
That's all I care
Everything's
about.
local.
That's all I
We got local meat from Birch and Boar, local food from Playgrounds Cafe.
That's enough for me.
There we go. That's enough for me too.
Yeah, we'll be there, man. Found it.
Perfect. See you then.
Yeah. I've only been recently getting into beer, thankfully. And look, Michael Hogan is free. I can talk to Michael Hogan. Is he open? Can I have a discussion?
Yes, sir.
Oh, great. I'm with Northern FanCon. Like I said.
Let's see your credentials. Well, here, watch me work.
Well, we'll watch him work. Go ahead, please, sir. And then we'll talk.
I know, I got the Star Wars.
You're wearing the wrong shirt.
What's your name? Vito. Vito? Vito Mori. Vito Mori. Ah, pleasure mine, Michael Hogan. It's my daughter. Your daughter. Well done. You're welcome. Thanks for making the world a better place. What should I do here? What do you like? Well, I have the hard choice of taking a picture. In this one, we've got, you know what scene that's from. Have you seen the show? Yeah. Yes, of course. And now when Eddie's signed, you're going to have to pay double because I pay him. Then you have to pay him, eh?
Oh, by the way, I love the fact that you got your pitch. You're pitching there the beer there. This is the greatest FanCon because there's beer right in sight.
Copy that. Yep. Yeah, no, I'm happy to copy that. He said it. My wife is holding it over there. Oh, she's holding it down? She's holding it here while I visit you. Oh, hi, Mom. Thanks for being here. What's your name, Mom? Becky? Ah, welcome aboard, Becky. Yeah. Okay, well, I am going to pick one.
Don't worry, there's no pressure, no line up.
Take your time while we hang out with you. That's right. This, you guys here from PG? We are from PG. But I met you when you came here the first time. Thanks for coming again. Well, thanks for inviting me again. We sure have expanded things here. Yeah, it's got many years.
Refined the formula.
And refined the formula. Yeah, no kidding. You know someone that I know. That being Lana Krotenko, script supervisor in Vancouver. I haven't heard that name in 104 years. Where is she? She's still there and still in the same store? In Vancouver, yeah. Yeah. Okay. She told me to say hi to you when I came over. Thanks for saying hello and then right back at her. What's she working on? Lemony Snicket.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, she's working on Lemony. Of course she is. Yeah, all
Netflix
three.
series.
She's just finishing the third season right now. She is the queen of scriptos.
There you go.
If she could hear, you can tell her I said that. Quote that? You can. She'll know.
Hey, oh, well, it's online now. It's permanent.
Oh, it's permanent.
There we go.
Okay, you didn't know you were being online. No, I didn't know I was online.
Oh yeah, we're streaming.
So be very careful. Lana, but thanks for telling me about that, honestly. Yeah, I know Lana. Please say hi. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, so she's working.
See, I'm partial to this one. I think I like this one as well.
Yeah, that is actually. You know what?
It feels authentic though.
You know, remember when Ella was with the stripper in the strip club? Yeah. Do you? No. You don't? Well, then you never saw the whole thing.
The strip club.
That's outside of the
that
strip
long?
club. Because I'm leaning to this one. Do it?
Yeah,
because you're serious. 2 eyes, thanks. I was thinking one eye. I know you got an issue with the one eye thing.
Just
no issue.
Just the peripheral.
Why do you say that? Because did you hear me talking about
I heard
that?
you talk about how difficult it is with, acting this with your eyes.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that it's an issue. I was just giving you I didn't say that because I had an issue with the one eye.
Yeah.
Someone asked me a question. I said, well, it's interesting because there is a depth of perception.
Absolutely.
I'm delighted.
Wow.
I'm serious. How do you spell the name?
Oh, Vito, V-I-T.
I thought it might be, but that one you can't really guess that.
Is the last name Cornelius? No.
Vito Cornelius. Yeah.
Then you remember. Crack them all. And so say we all.
Say we all.
That's kissing a hug for you. That's my rank.
And you wonder why he's one of the most sought after guests to return to FanCon. Eh?
Oh, it was cool to see that you were coming back. That's awesome.
You guys are going to go forever.
We hope so.
You think so, eh?
You said it here first. Yeah, why not?
It's pretty popular.
Exactly.
And it seems like a good turnout this year, too.
As long as there's free beer,
It's not free. I paid full price.
Really?
I hope you paid. Did you pay?
Yeah.
If you ever need an extra beer, you let me know. I will pay for it.
I'd like an extra beer.
I will get you.
Hey, LAPD or LLAPD? LAPD?
Yeah.
We haven't met.
I'm with his voice. He's a friend.
They were keeping me in the BG, man.
We all know, we went to college with Lana back in the day when she lived here.
Okay.
Yeah. So the connection just keeps.
I have to say honestly that it's such a pleasure to hear that name come up. I think of her every once in a while.
Oh, she's gonna love it when I tell her.
Holy. Wow.
Cool. Well, thank you so much.
Go ahead. You could.
Oh, well, there we go.
I'm actually going to take this.
Easy, make another customer sale. There we go.
Now that you're going to have to pay double. That's 80 on. Okay, now this is interesting because the Sharpies go fat as the day goes on. And it is interesting that you see this pen. Now you have to get them going, and if you don't do it quite right, they will blotch on this very photo. And normally you can just say, crack it, doesn't matter, throw it away. But this has got Eddie on it, and once I mess up. Drum roll, please. Do you want me to put your name or just...
Sure, my name would be fine.
It's F-A-N-D-Y.
Yeah, we're on Facebook Live on Northern FanCon.
Hello,
and
Facebook Live.
Hey, hello, Facebook Live. And we'll scroll around. We actually see that number 6 here, Trish Helfer, is also on site. And Nichelle Nichols is back as well, which is really wonderful. No pressure.
No pressure.
I was sweating like bullets.
Yeah, I would be
approaching her because you have a legend like that, and you're just like,
absolute legend.
Oh God, what do you do? So, and Ming Chen. Ming Chen's actually really approachable. He's actually
He came out and talked to us.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
He just came out, talked to us, let us have a selfie with him. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's great to have people like that because it offers a real heavy engagement, that sort of thing.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sandy.
Okay, thanks so much.
Okay.
I'll pass on the message to Lana.
Do it.
She's gonna love it.
That just rocks.
Okay, take care.
Scripts supervisor I worked with for a few years over the years.
So how was that? Yeah, so it was great talking with Michael Hogan. This is
Oh yeah,
what?
hey, you're here.
It's okay. I vanish into the background. You can see how easily I can blend.
Yeah, that's it.
So
Anyways,
how,
cheers. You're gonna come back and talk more.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We'll talk some more, but I can get you another beer.
I'll tell you in a few minutes and I'll get, hey.
Yeah.
Is that your favorite, by the way? Is that one? IPA?
It is. Yeah, I'm more normally a pale ale guy.
Yeah.
But you know, with all these craft breweries nowadays, I'm a lucky guy.
Are you staying at the Ramada?
I'm going to say that. I'm not going to say that on Facebook or the iPad or
All right.
Igloo Lick or
Yes, if you
I'll
exit,
whisper it in the ear.
if you exit out of your hotel, there might be a really nice brewery really close by called Yeah.
Maybe I'm not at that hotel.
Yeah, exactly. Well, if you manage to find your way downtown, there's
See?
a...
He's at... Shut up, you can't...
Don't say that. I didn't say that publicly.
I don't know who this lady is.
She's a stranger. She's totally not married to the leader of...
Leader of the pack.
Yeah. Like I said...
He's leader of the pack's wife.
How was that Galacticast? That was astounding. That was great.
The what?
The Galacticast yesterday with Mark Bernard and Tricia Helfer.
Oh, yeah, oh, great.
That was,
yeah. It was a bit of a surprise because I didn't know we were going to talk at that.
Yeah?
Delightful when they went in there. And you know, anytime someone wants to talk, we're at a convention, of course they want to talk about it, but if you're doing a movie or a television show or something, eventually the director of photography, for example, or someone on the set will say, Hogan, I know you're probably tired of talking about it, and I said, no, man, bring it on. Any questions that you have? It's so long since we did the show.
And that's still
on
the memory.
So it's like a walk down memory lane. They're all great memories, like on and on about it. So, yeah.
Yeah, and it's still to this day, people still have it on their list, but you continue on with your roles, Teen Wolf, Smallville, Master
Exactly.
Yeah. It's just fantastic, that sort of thing.
Yeah. We'll take a break, man.
Oh, absolutely. What we'll do, we'll close up. We'll talk to you tomorrow there. So that was, Michael Hogan, thank you very much.
You're still here.
Yeah, we'll say goodbye. Here we go. It's still not over. A lot of these guys want to go home empty-handed, so this is the time. If you want to pick up anything, a lot of these people are now more than willing to see what they can do to satisfy your demand. So you still have, there's still some celebrities still left on panels, still doing signings, and there's still plenty of people in the con now that we have that gap between lunch and dinner, and people have that time to sneak in. But the crowds have cooled, so we have an opening. Hello. To come in and see. And we can see here, obviously, Michael Hogan, Tricia Helfer, and Sean Astin are still on site. Gigi is still here, being amazing, and Gigi. So we're still plenty of time. Sean Astin is here, and we got him for probably until near the end at this point. So it's doing fantastic. So, and then Trisha's there, waiting very patiently for people. And let's see, but Nichelle just came off her Q&A, so she's probably going to be returning soon. And Michael Biehn is here as well.
and hoping that he gets some attention as well, some final moments. And not only that, but there's no lineup, so people can go right in and talk to Michael Biehn. He's there waiting for you. He's having some fun. Aye. And hopefully, and maybe Ming will be coming back. I think Ming's still doing his panel on podcasting, so he should be back at his table also quite soon. So unlike some other cons where everybody kind of goes home, looks like we still have a good number of people on site waiting for some last-minute autographs, some photos. Some of them do selfies. Nice.
Wakanda forever. Watch this.
Yeah.
Wakanda forever. Long lives the king.
Have you talked to Ryan Benjamin yet?
Yeah, I did. He's awesome.
Isn't that,
He loves it.
I know, it's great. Fantastic. Have you seen Infinity War?
Not yet. I'm going to.
Okay.
I will see it.
No spoilers. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. That's great, dude. Fantastic. There we go. Great, dude. That was awesome. Poor man. If only he knew. Oh, okay, so someone hasn't fallen down. It was not. That was the strangest thing. It was Christio's doing a great photo with all the guys. I can't wait to see that one.
Oh, hello again.
Hello. I do this every single time. Once again, Game still got one more hour to get a preview game. How's been the con for you?
It's been pretty exciting here, actually.
Good,
We've had a lot
good
of people come
responses?
by. Yeah.
Better than Kelowna?
A whole lot better than Kelowna.
Fantastic. See? Exactly. Hope you'll come back up next year with your next game.
Yeah. We're planning on being up next year. We'll hopefully have at least one more game.
That's awesome. Games and video games and hi John. And still working hard. There's Johnny Cox. Still working hard. Still lots of business to be made. And it's nice and relaxed, so don't feel too intimidated. But this is your last chance to get in, sneak in. And of course, oddly enough, a lot of times people will stay past. If you get here just at 4, you probably can get access, The last hour with people like the last hour. This is your last opportunity to get to Jeremy and pick up some swag.
Yeah, we got lots
some
of
Simser swag.
Simser swag. It's
copyright.
Lots of it. And it's colorful, and some of it's not so colorful.
Look at is things going well?
Yeah, it's great. I've had some really great conversations, educated a lot of people about storyboarding and the whole process and everything. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
Awesome.
It's been a lot of fun.
It's always good to also say, have you made money? I like money. That's always the good part. That's the best part. You want to make money. How much does this cost? Money. Hey Ed, and how have you been?
Hey, it has been amazing. This last day, I don't know, I've almost made my table back in one day, if we count this one day.
Wow.
It's been pretty cool. I love how much you guys love books, and
people love books.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And great books too. You see that selection there. Like I said, it's not over yet.
Not
got
quite.
An hour. Ryan's still on site for another hour. And Andy's here for another hour. There he is. He still has stuff. He's still waiting. You still got another.
Oh, hey.
Hey.
Almost done.
Almost done. I haven't had a chance to talk to Matt Banning too much, but hey, Kelsey, how you doing? It's okay. You've got the epic hair. I love having him in shot.
Definitely got the Batman print.
Oh wow, look at that. Batman print.
And just talking loads of heavy metal.
Yeah.
Heavy metal.
Chatting this around for a couple minutes.
Yeah. Heavy metal like magazine or just heavy metal music?
Music.
All right.
Headbanging, man.
All right. Well, you got the last hour for Matt here, so this is your last opportunity. Get here. Cross his palm with silver.
I'm here to chat and sign comic books.
That's what Arts Alley is all about. Comic books and meeting the artists directly. And it's just really awesome to get that. And of course, once again, there's my table. And my lovely assistant. Acting. Kinwan's actually... Peace out. There we go. That is Sherlock Holmes. I mean, seriously, that is Sherlock Holmes. He plays Sherlock Holmes in Doctor's Case. It's J.P. Winslow in the Doctor's Case. Transformation. And you saw that street, you wouldn't know that guy was Sherlock Holmes. I don't know what he did. I mean, the accent helps. And there's still time, there's still stuff going on in Game Quest. That's going to happen for quite some time. Who am I? I am Chris. I am an author, I am a podcaster, and I do live streaming for Northern FanCon. And we are here to talk about the last hour, and hopefully you guys will come down and walk to the other venue, show off some of the cool things going on there. Oh, great swagger there.
Hello, mate.
Hi, Mike.
How you going?
Yeah, you okay?
I'm great. How are you?
Is the rum gone?
Rum's always gone. It's always gone.
Why is the rum always gone?
I'm gonna go find my ship.
All right, find your ship. I think it's in a bottle somewhere. And we'll do one final tour.
Coming up at 3:30 is the FanCon Student Filmmakers.
There we go. FanCon Student Filmmakers. There's still, oh my God, there's a crowd here.
Coming up at 3:30.
The crowd around the Pokemon. And we've got still plenty of, I see a lot of people walking around with the cupcakes. Delish. Oh, and we got more board games here. So I'm glad you guys came up. What did you think of FanCon?
It was incredible, awesome. We loved every moment. We got to meet tons of really neat cosplays around. So
Yeah. So would you say it was worth coming up to Prince George?
it was definitely worth the trip. The time it took us to get up here, everything was just awesome.
It means you're gonna come back?
We will be back. We'll be back next year with Sweet with Nick next.
Yeah. And maybe, you never know, maybe we'll come to you in Kamloops.
Oh, if you guys can come to Kamloops, there's so many people in Kamloops area that would love to have a fan con just like this there. We talk to them every day, and yeah, if you can do something there, we need you. We need a fan con in Kamloops. So.
All right, Norm, so if you see this, you know the situation. People want a FanCon in Kamloops. Make it happen. And like I said, reality vendors, VR, some really cool rigs. And, oops, sorry about that. Hey. And Wonderland is still here. Hey, guys. Hey, Mark, how you doing? Wave to the masses. How's been FanCon for you?
Good.
Yeah?
Good. The Magic event went really well yesterday.
Heard it went really, really, really well.
Yep.
Yeah? You feeling good?
Yeah, it was a little quieter this year than last year.
Yeah?
But no, it was good for us just to be able to run the events and be able to interact with people and get some things happening.
All right. Awesome, man. Thanks. Not much left of these guys. Love this, the etchings and the glasses. Great stuff. I picked up some of that stuff right away. And, oh, I'm sorry. You got some cosplayers here.
If I can come back again,
Abby Doom can be on station. That's awesome. And more of that etchings. Oh, toys and trinkets. Just got some stuff there. Great stuff. Great coasters. Look at that. Oh, look at that. So $20 for a set?
Yeah.
Is there 4?
There is.
Nice. And the Pokemon one. That's actually really nice. I love the color pull through. It's very nice. Fantastic. That's cool. And Tina's on site as well, answering questions. Hey. How have you been enjoying the weekend?
It's been great. It's my first experience, so it's been kind of cool.
And makeup artist, look at her incredible resume. The beautiful and the grotesque, but both successful in each range. Wow, that is some amazing stuff. Disturbing in the same way, but effective. Incredible stuff. Thank you very much. Oh yeah, costume design. Hello. No, don't let me bother you. Go ahead. Fantastic. Alyssa Swanson, costume designer. And once again, we got some MMA stuff going on here. Oh, there you go. Hey. Ah, that's fantastic. Hello. And once again, the Kelowna career, graphic design at the CNC. There we go. You are the Kelowna guy. I always get there's the I always get those confused. There you are. Enjoying the convention?
Absolutely, it's amazing.
All right. Oh, sorry about that, man. And of course, we actually have a hairdresser. That's amazing. We actually have a whole boutique. Look at that. Who would have thought? Who would have thought there would be a boutique here? And we have the Shire of Cold Keep Medieval Renaissance Recreation in Prince George. We had the SCA fighting here not too recently. Hey, man. Of course, it's not called the Peak Claude Faux Reich. It's all backwards. It's Shire of Cold Keep. I know you can't read things backwards. No, that's how streaming works. The selfie camera actually flips it.
Where are you streaming to?
I'm streaming Northern FanCon.
Excellent. Look, we're having a Viking bonding game right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What does that involve?
Try not to hit each other in the face while we pull this through.
Ooh, Viking bonding.
Yeah, that's when you didn't have the internet.
Exactly.
That was there was a story of what's his name, the Scottish comedian. Can't remember his name now. Billy Connolly, and he was talking about the fact that in Scotland you had tree tossing. He was like, what do you want to do? I don't know. Let's toss trees for an hour. That's what you did in Scotland. You had nothing else to do. Let's just throw trees around. Thanks, guys. Looking for Sasquatch designs. Found them. Oh my God, that's actually a pretty impressive CG there for the VR. Or sorry, green screen, because there's a pretty good cut in there. Because wow.
Gotta watch out though. It's got sharky teeth.
That's actually really cool.
Thanks, man. It's got tons of different scenes.
Oh, he just went through his neck.
Yeah. Well.
Oh. Wow. I think you should be collapsing from lack of oxygen.
It's a very, very small amount of atmosphere. It's good.
Exactly. A little pocket just around your head.
Yeah.
This is actually really, really cool.
It is pretty cool.
Wow.
We've been doing pretty good so far.
Yeah? You enjoying it? So this is one of those things you can check out. Look at that.
Also, I designed the FanCon t-shirts.
Oh, that's awesome. All these cool stylistic ones.
You can find up in the merch store.
Yeah, this is the guy. This is the guy. Go pound it, man. I had no idea.
SasquatchDesigns.ca.
That's fantastic. Awesome. All right. Okay, so we got some other things here. We'll rotate back around, and we got ourselves some Star Trek novels and some lore here, which is really, really nice. And more gaming from Gamescape. Well, that is going to be it for now. I think I'm going to check and see if there's any photo ops left over. Are there any photo ops done? Or are we done for photo ops today? Michael Biehn. So you see, there's still stuff to do. How many vendors were there? How many vendors are there? We got, oh God, over 100, maybe 150, 160, I think. Maybe even more than that. I gotta check with Norm. I actually don't know what the full number is, but it's a lot. I mean, we have about 70% of CNC, CN Center, the bottom basin is filled from here all the way to the end. We have some vendors around. Then we have all of Kin 1. Now, one thing most people don't realize is that Kin 1 square footage on the floor is actually larger than CN Center. CN Center just has more seats and air conditioning, which is actually somewhat of a relief. But Kin 1's floor is actually larger, so it is almost entirely occupied by vendors. And then the celebrities, which, as I mentioned, are still in place. So, and of course we have merch, and we have food, and of course the fair's outside too. So it's been fantastic. I know this has been one of my more enjoyable FanCons. I think engagement's been really, really high. Most vendors I talk to really enjoy the experience. We've really refined the whole process. Hey, this has been, if you ever see photos, good photos, it's going to be this guy.
Well, thank you so much.
He's responsible for all the awesome photos. I saw you getting gunned down at the Five World First.
Yeah.
I thought someone had fallen, and then it was like, oh, it's this,
It's just me.
getting an awesome shot. Anytime you see any awesome shots of FanCon, it will always be him.
Awesome.
Chris Yost, man, as
Thank you
always,
so much.
great job.
Right, see you guys.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's some great shots from Christos, and that's awesome. And they're still going strong. That's Biehn Digital. There's our feelers leader, Norm. He doesn't stop. Christos is fast behind him. I'm not sure where they're going. I might just follow them. But like I said, we go into McKinn, and McKinn is packed front to back. My guess attendance is that whenever I see crowds like this, we're usually in the 10,000 range, perhaps higher. Very often you can see the whole place clearing out whenever they do the cosplay. Yeah. Oh, I need my autograph. So I'm going to sign off now because we are down to the last 45 minutes or so of FanCon, and it's fantastic. We still have some time, still some deals to be had, so come on down. Hey guys, say hi, Dark Order. These are my neighbors. How's been FanCon? Yeah, it's fantastic. Hope you're doing well.